Hi everyone. Are green onions pricey where you are? Around here, they can hit $4 to $5 a pound, more than meat. So while they're still fresh and affordable, stock up. Today, I'll show you a super easy way to keep green onions fresh for up to 6 months. This method is simple and super cost effective. These days, green onions and cilantro can cost more than meat. And when it comes to cooking, it's hard to go without a few fragrant stalks. The problem is, they're fresh when you buy them, but just one warm day later, they turn soft and yellow. Even in cooler weather, they barely last 2 days before wilting, and it's hard to watch without feeling sorry. Even if you store them carefully in the fridge, within just 3 to 5 days, they start to lose quality. They dry out, wilt, turn yellow, and eventually smell bad, and you have to throw them away in regret. It's really such a waste. That's why we need a proper trick to preserve green onions the right way and keep them fresh for as long as possible. Don't worry. Today I'll share with you the exact method I've tested and used all this time. It's simple, easy to do, and extremely effective. First, we remove the yellow and rotten leaves, because these parts can't be stored for long. They'll go bad quickly. Wash them clean and set them aside. Next, prepare a plastic bottle. If you have a lot of green onions, you can use a large plastic container at home. It's very suitable for growing green onions, but make sure to wash it thoroughly with dish soap. It must not have any oil or grease. The container must be completely clean. Cut the top of the plastic bottle so that the green onions can stand upright. Then, put a little white sugar inside. No need to use too much. Just a little is enough. Follow me and place the onions inside. Then add some tap water, just enough so the roots are submerged. Important: only soak the roots. Don't let the leaves touch the water, or they'll easily rot. Stand the onions upright like this. It'll look like a bouquet, and you can even display it in your home. Place it somewhere with sunlight. Change the water every 3 to 4 days. The onions won't rot or spoil. When you want to eat, it's very convenient. Just cut as much as you need. As long as the roots remain, the onions will keep growing. That's the nature of green onions. Thanks to the roots, they keep absorbing water to feed the leaves. The leaves will stay fresh and green, not yellow or rotten. This method also applies to cilantro. The process is exactly the same. Remember, the fresher the onions and the stronger the roots, the higher the success rate. Adding a little sugar to the water helps the roots grow and improves the water quality. If you want the onions to grow faster, you can add a bit of potassium dihydrogen phosphate to the water. This helps the onions grow better. If you preserve them this way, just change the water regularly and add the right nutrients, and you'll always have green onions ready to use. In the middle of busy life, sometimes just a simple meal with the aroma of green onions is enough to warm the whole family. If you also believe that love begins with small things like this, please like this video, leave a comment to share your thoughts, and follow the channel so we can spread more helpful little tips together. Next, I'll share the second tip. Here. First, we cut off the roots, leaving about 3 centimeters from the base. Then, find a pot to plant these roots. You can grow them hydroponically like the first method, or plant them in soil. Choose according to your situation. Use these green onion bases to plant. After about 20 days, they'll grow quickly and be ready to use. Then we wash the green onion leaves, put them into a large basin, add a little baking soda, and a lot of water. We need to soak the onions to clean them. First, dissolve the baking soda, then use a heavy object to press the onions down into the water and soak for 8 minutes. These days, some vegetable sellers at the market spray Bordeaux mixture on the onions to make them look fresher. Using too much of this can cause poisoning, diarrhea, vomiting, etc. So use this method to clean onions you bring home. After the soaking time, rinse each stalk thoroughly. Many people don't know what Bordeaux mixture is. Have you ever seen green onions with a bluish color? That's when they've sprayed a lot of Bordeaux. It can be seen with the naked eye. In cases like that, you need to wash them very thoroughly. Next, change the water and rinse again. Then place the onions on a strainer or bamboo tray to dry. If you're in a hurry, you can use paper towels to dry each stalk. Either way, they must be completely dry. Then divide the onions into portions for 1 to 2 days of use and wrap each portion in plastic wrap. Wrap it tightly but gently. Don't crush the onions, since the leaves are soft and the middle is hollow. What's important is that the washed onions must be completely dry. Not a single large droplet should remain. Also, remove any bent or folded leaves, or it will affect the storage time. Then, place them in the fridge. This method helps green onions last at least 1 month. They'll always be fresh and ready to use. The low temperature in the fridge helps extend their shelf life. Wrapping them also helps preserve freshness. This method prevents the onions from being exposed to air, avoids them continuing to grow and losing nutrients, which leads to faster wilting. It also keeps outside bacteria from entering, which prevents the onions from spoiling, very suitable for long-term storage. This method can preserve green onions for a whole month without spoiling. My dear viewers, making a video might seem simple, but it really takes a lot of heart and effort. Every comment, every like, every time you follow, these are all priceless motivations that give me the energy to keep sharing. If you found this video useful, don't hesitate to give it a like, because that is the biggest gift you can give me. Thank you so much for your wonderful support. Please follow me so you won't miss out on more cooking tips and simple, effective life hacks that can completely change your kitchen. Try the third method now. After drying the onions, you can cut them into small pieces or slices based on how you usually cook. It's up to you. Next, prepare a sealed jar or Ziploc bag to store the onions. Make sure it's clean, no oil or water. Ensure everything is dry before sealing. If your fridge is spacious, it's better to use jars to prevent the onions from getting flattened when stored with other food. Then, put them in the fridge to store. You can use them anytime. Many people don't know that green onions can be frozen and still stay fresh. The principle of using bags or plastic wrap is the same, so I won't repeat it. Just remember, after processing and rinsing the onions, cut them into small pieces. There's no specific rule on how long each piece should be, as long as you don't damage the onions in the process. Because the environment is dry, the onions won't stick together. Very convenient when taking them out. But remember, do not thaw frozen green onions. Use them directly. If you thaw them, they'll become soft and discolored. Just take them out and use them immediately. The flavor stays the same. Got it? As you can see, both methods require the onions to be washed and fully dried before storing. If they're still wet, they'll spoil quickly in the fridge due to high humidity. If there are water droplets left, they can freeze and stick into a solid block, making them hard to use later. So please pay attention to that when doing this. To be honest, every time I share a small tip like this, I feel like I'm chatting with a close friend, because I know, somewhere in every household kitchen, there are similar little struggles like mine. Sometimes it's just a bunch of onions or some herbs, but if we know how to preserve them, we can save a lot, and the meal becomes more complete. Thank you for staying until the end of the video. I truly appreciate everyone who's sharing these simple moments of life with me. So today, I finished sharing all the simple and effective ways to preserve green onions, helping you save time, money, and avoid throwing away valuable bunches. Honestly, there's nothing complicated or fancy about it. Just pay attention to a few small tricks, and you can keep green onions fresh to use for a whole month or even half a year. If you have more ideas or interesting tips, don't hesitate to leave a comment below. I'm always ready to listen and learn from everyone. And if you find this video helpful, please take a few seconds to hit like, share it with your loved ones and friends, or simply hit follow so you don't miss any of my latest videos. Click on my profile picture to explore many more great tips about cooking, food preservation, and helpful everyday life hacks. Thank you so much for always supporting me. Every view and interaction from you is a huge motivation for me to keep creating and sharing more good things. I'm Click DIY. See you in the next video. Wishing you good health and a kitchen that's always full of warmth.